Welcome back, NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a super cool marathon lined up by NARVIK. Thank you so much, NARVIK, for sponsoring the video. I do appreciate it very, very much, and also being so thoughtful and selecting such cool music. This is all progressive metal out of Munich. I'm super excited because we're going to go back to Munich in about 6 weeks. Alexia's first time seeing basically my city, my birth, the city I was born in. We're going to go to the hospital and to where I used to live, my old neighborhood and all that good stuff. So I'm super excited. But I'm super excited to hear these bands. Now, I have heard Dreamscape. We're going to do Clockwork. This is from End of Silence. This is from 2004. Then I've also listened to Siege's Even. I'm going to do the song Paramount from the album Paramount 2007. And then this is a band that I've never heard. This is called Subsignal. Beautiful and Monstrous from Beautiful and Monstrous, the album. This is 2009. Thank you so much, NARVIK, for choosing these songs, for choosing the marathon, for making the video happen, for sponsoring the video. I do appreciate it. And well, let's get into some heavy metal, progressive metal. And guys, you guys that listen to Genesis, Genesis, don't be scared off by the word metal. Sometimes it's beautifully, quiet, and there's some, of course, heavier parts, but bands like Genesis or Yes or Rush, they can get pretty heavy too. So the word metal sometimes gets overlooked. So if you're still watching the video, please keep watching. There's going to be some beautiful moments in this. I assure you, I've heard these bands before, not these particular tracks, but just so you keep watching the video. All right, so give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. All right, so let's get into it with Clockwork. Again, thanks so much to everyone, for subbing to the channel, for sponsoring videos, for liking the channel. Even if you dislike, it is still good data. We don't get too many dislikes. But still, sometimes it's just stuff that people don't dislike, and it's okay. It's good to know what the majority likes and dislikes. So don't be afraid to push that dislike button if you don't like the music. It's all good, and leave a comment, leave a nice comment if possible, not a nasty one. That would be wonderful. But okay, here we go. Thank you, NARVIK. Vielen, vielen Dank nochmals. Und vielleicht sehen wir uns hier irgendwann mal in der Zukunft. Ne? Also dann, let's go. A little bit of German here for NARVIK, and here we go. Beautiful. There's a little bit of a mixture here of two vocalists that I highly like. I was gonna say dislike, I don't know why, that I highly like, which is Klaus Meine from the Scorpions and James Labrie from Dream Theater. I know a lot of people don't like James Labrie from Dream Theater. I just like his voice. I'm so used to it because I just was listening to Dream Theater from a teenager up. So I'm just like, it's kind of like wired into my brain. I don't have any issue with his singing. A lot of people don't like, I don't know, but the way he does this, the way he sounds a little bit, it's almost like a refined, James Labrie, because of that Klaus Meine. Like this, it has like a little bit of both. And I say refined because unfortunately James Labrie had food poisoning and was vomiting his guts out, and forever kind of like damaged his vocal cords. That's why he can't hold the notes the same way, and obviously he doesn't sing the same. But I mean, for me, it's still good enough. Now the band is, I like that they have even like a heavier like tuning. It's like vroom, vroom, like it's not the typical 440, I think, or the E string on the low string. I think it's even a little bit lower, maybe a drop D or something. But I like the riffing, and I like also the keyboards that they sound, I don't know, really, really nice. And it's just like, it has a nice flow. It's so cool to know that they're from Munich, and I've only heard one song before, a song that I did for NARVIK around a year ago or so. But they have a very good sound, really cool progressive stuff. And I love how they kind of like, like go down, and then go back up, like they do have their sections. Let's see what else happens. I just wanted to comment on the voice. That is solo beat, da 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 da, like that notes he hits literally sounds out of the Labrie book. Very, very nice. very cool ending. Even there was no guitar solo, but I love that it's more like keyboard centered band. Like I love the interlude in the middle. I can't really sing it, of course, but that was a cool interlude. Almost over too soon for me. When it gets that heavy, I like when they play around with time signatures, but man, just a class act. I'm really good. Really happy with this. Now, Siege's Even. This is a longer song, almost touching up on 9 minutes, and then the Subsignal one is going to be 9 minutes and 40 seconds. So I'm in for some good metal here. So let's keep it up with Siege's Even, also from Munich, all three of them. So let's see what they gotta bring, what they're gonna bring to the table. Let's see that we got some cool guitar solos. Not that I'm a guitar solo freak. I love bands that don't even play guitar. You know, Emerson, Lake and Palmer has almost there's no guitar solos. I think there's more like keyboard solos. It's a keyboard driven band, you know, so there's also keyboard driven metal bands. Okay, so let's continue. This was a great track. I love me some Dreamscape. I love that the guy sounds like a mixture between, you know, Scorpions and Dream Theater on the vocals, and great double bass on the drums, you know, great riffing, cool tuning, everything, you know. There was a little bit of everything for a prog fan, or for a prog metal fan. It was just very different, you know. But yeah, like I said, you know, sometimes there are some bands that play very nice melodical things, very quiet stuff, you know. Just because it's metal, it's not all and a lot of people think that, oh, it's metal, they gotta be screaming, you know. So actually that couldn't be further from the truth. There's so many genres of metal. There's, you know, I could talk about metal for hours. But yeah, progressive metal is usually more power, you know, fast, and but let's see. We never know. Let's hear Paramount. Let's go.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff.
That's crazy, because NARVIK, the other time I did a song reaction to, oh man, what's the band that we reacted to for NARVIK? It was Space Rock. I don't remember right now. I'm sorry, my memory is not the best, but I do remember that he even told us, NARVIK told us, it's the countdown from the Apollo 11 liftoff, or like rocket launch, and I think that's the same one. So if it is, NARVIK, please let me know. I think it is the same one. It's a very iconic voice, the guy who does the countdown. I could be wrong, but it could be from the other, Apollo 13, 12, who knows, 10. But I think it's the one, the big one. Okay, let's keep going.
Liftoff on Apollo 11.
changes here. This is a much, this is a progressive metal that's a little bit more um on the quieter side. Just this song, I hear a lot of like Rush, Enchant, maybe a little bit of Marillion, like it's just like it has that heavy edge, but it goes down into a lot of bass lines with chordings, with nice arpeggiated chords. Very, very cool. But I also a lot of syncopation. There's a lot of changes here in tempo and drumming. Very, very cool. And I like the voice as well. It's just a different style of prog. This is more a technical approach. It's not so power metal, power prog. It's not so, it is more like off time, and like it's not really, I don't know how to explain, but let's keep listening. I'm liking it very, very much. It reminds me a lot of Rush, even the voice a little bit.
Through a telescope I dream the summit in the sky blue snow. I call my name into withered stone. It's all I've ever longed to do, and all I've ever longed to feel. I burn the midnight oil to get there. If I could only reach, if I could only let you know the blind spot on a yellow map.
Ooh, very cool, very spacey.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal
Kennedy.
before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space. And none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
We just saw a documentary, very, very interesting, on the space race, of course, when Russia and the US was like basically like, I don't know, months apart from like being the first people or nation to walk on the moon. And there's a whole bunch of stuff, that goes into it, as in conspiracies and people that don't believe, and people that of course believe. Like I want to believe, I wasn't there. I think I think human, like mankind went to the moon. I want to believe, but there's a lot of discrepancies in the footage, and I guess we'll never know until we go again. I wish now with our 4K cameras and our equipment that we would go back, but I guess there's not enough funding, and I don't know if there's enough will or if it's necessary, right? I mean, we do have the space station and we have all this fancy stuff, but yeah, just a little thing I wanted to talk about after this after Kennedy's speech here. was amazing. That solo by the sax. Beautiful. That was so unexpected that I could almost call that a little bit more like fusion, because I mean it was a a jazzy sax solo in between, and it was never that heavy, which is for me not bad at all. It's like not anything negative. And now this is very interesting. It says here in mid 2008, the band split up due to internal differences. Marcus Steffen and Arno Menzies formed the band Subsignal, the one we're going to listen to right now. And while Holzwarth brothers have been participating in various projects since 2011. They are full members of Rhapsody of Fire, which is Rhapsody, the band from Luca Turilli from Italy. Rhapsody of Fire. I've done some really cool marathons, also for NARVIK, on this channel. So if you want to check him out, Rhapsody Fire, beautiful band. A lot of Celtic music, classical music. It sounds like you're like in a rock band in the middle from like Lord of the Rings. It's amazing. Check it out. Yeah, do yourselves a favor. Those videos almost have no views, and it's sad to see because it's really great music. Well, now we're gonna finish it off with Subsignal, Beautiful and Monstrous, and this is from 2000. I said 2009. Here we go, and let's see what they got for us.
Outside my window, a world in shades of gray. Things will break and never really heal, and still to hold on, clinging on onto something, making me feel alive.
this is a metal band. So far, we've only been listening to piano, a little bit of effects in the drum vein, and this beautiful violin. That's what I like about metal players, because honestly, metal music is a genre that incorporates a lot of classical elements, and when it's progressive metal, it even incorporates, like, you know, a little bit of everything that's good, you know, rock, Celtic music, classical music, even a little bit of, you know, jazz sometimes when it gets really technical. I mean, I tell you, metal is a genre that is overlooked too much by, you know, by the older generation of boomers. I don't know why. Maybe, you know, when metal literally came out, some people were already like past, you know, the rock, or weren't too much into their music. That's what happened to me. I never got to listen to Rush or Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or, you know, Genesis, or, you know, because I thought, what am I gonna hear that could be better than I'm already listening to in older music? Boy, was I wrong, you know. But it also goes the other side. Metal is as old as 1970, 1960 with Black Sabbath, Deep Purple. So just because it's new doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, and you can hear this. You can hear it right here. So let's go back.
When all the earth is sleeping in the dark, in the dark, in the dark. Don't look for me and all the words I said. Words I said. Words I said. 'Cause there are things that must
Beautiful.
remain concealed. 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 Thought we were one. Thought we were one. I keep on searching 'cause I believe life to be worth more than a dream. Won't you release me from all that I feel? Won't you just save me from going down? Mother, please help me to walk through the longest nights. Mother, save me so that I can walk with light in my eyes. Walk on with light in my eyes. Walk on with light in my eyes. Yeah. Hear the mountains roaring, watch the skies collapse. The deserts drink the rivers, the shore swallows the sea. A metaphor, a mirror, pictures that delude, compromise the beauties and epochies of things. Mother, please help me to walk through the longest night. Mother, save me so that I can walk with sun in my eyes. Walk on with sun
kind of shit happens when everybody is on the top of the game. I mean, just listen to this, like the piano, the guitar, the drumming, this moment here, musically.
Blanket on this freezing soul of my emptiness and insecurity that feels that love is, that feels love's one breath away from dying. Only with an ancient wind of time, mighty Gaia in the morning golden plain. Pour your poetry on me now and cover me to sleep beneath your brightest star.
Wow. Beautiful, freaking beautiful. This music literally makes me be proud to be from Munich, honestly. Like, you know, Dream Theater, you know, they can say, yeah, New Yorkers, you know, we're proud to be a New Yorker. Or stuff like that, you know, like depending, like Queensryche, maybe from Seattle or stuff like that. But yeah, this is, and they're on par. I mean, okay, Dream Theater plays different kind of metal. It's very, very technical, very, very crazy, very, very adventurous. It gets very complex. This is, I love this because this was more on the quieter side. It's still metal, but it's not so, you know, what I love that kind of stuff. And I love all the, you know, like turns and stop and goes that Dream Theater does. And but I also enjoy this very, very much because it's not so heavy. And you know, I think NARVIK chose perfectly well. And I'm gonna put in the title like must listen, like prog fans, come and check this out. And I know, and there's a lot of you guys, especially, you know, people that comment very often that I see almost on a daily basis, and they're like, you know, I took a chance and I listened to this, and I don't regret listening to it, and I'm a fan now, you know. So I hope this is what happens with these three bands. You know, all three bands delivered amazingly on every front, musically, vocally. The lyrics, you know, it's very hard when it's metal. I don't pay too much attention to the lyrics. I get, you know, the gist of the lyrics, but it's just, for me, it's another instrument, the singing, and at that point, and the lyrics on the second, you know, on the second one. But yeah, this was a great adventure. Thank you so much, Narvik, for this amazing time. I love it, and you know, I love that you're still, you know, requesting, you know, marathons and helping out the channel, and you're already a Dan member. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it very, very, very much. This is an amazing, you know, experience, and thank you, you know, like 1,000 times, of course. Please let me know what you thought in the comment section. Comment below, you know, let us know, let Narvik know, give him a thank you, you know, for sponsoring. That's what I love, when you guys, you know, start a conversation between each other. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be someone who requests, you know, marathons or songs, or a member from the Patreon. Doesn't matter. You can still have a good time here and, you know, talk about music. That's what we want. Talk about music, and good music, you know, and that's what we love. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks again, Narvik, for being such a cool sport. All the best to you. Be safe out there, you know, wherever you go, and I'll see you guys in the next video.